Hey, hi everyone. This is Sai from Let's Upgrade. So let's talk about how to get your certificate. It's very simple. You will see two links in the description. Number one is the place where you have to go and mark your attendance. Marking your attendance tells us, like, okay, you are a legit student who have attended this particular session. Link number two is your assignment. This is where your 90% of the priority is. You have to go and submit the assignment that is given to you in this particular session. Once you're done submitting that assignment, we will be evaluating that. We will send you an email. If you get the passing criteria, then only we will give you the certificate on a particular date that is mentioned again in the description. Please check these three things, and this is the way how you will get a certificate from Let's Upgrade. Number one, mark your attendance. Number two, just go ahead and upload your assignment. Check for the email that you have received it, yes or no. What is the feedback that you have received from your trainer? Number three, check on which date the certificates will be released. Thank you. Bye. All the best. Happy learning.
Hi everyone, this is Nilesh, and today we are going to build a product card, the kind of UI component you see on every e-commerce website like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Nike, and everyone, right? So a product card is a reusable UI component, right? Once you know how to build one properly, you can display one products, 10 products, 100,000, even crores project using the same structure, right? So basically this project is important because it teaches you the layout, spacing, visual hierarchy, hover effects, and some JavaScript interactions too, right? So before we build this project, let me show you what we are going to build. Right after that, we'll start building this project. So this is a very simple product card, right? This is what exactly we are going to build in this video. You must have seen this kind of card in every website, yeah, where they represent multiple details like name, what's the price, and some details of the product, some let's say some ratings or something like that, right? So this is exactly what we are going to build. We have added some options. When we build this, you can add multiple options too, right? That's not an issue, but first we need to build something like this, right? And for that we will start coding right now. And first we need to build what? First we need to build a folder where we'll name it as a product card, right? And then we will drag it to our VS Code, right? And what we'll do, we'll first make three basic files: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I'll use the standards: index.html, styles.css, and then script.js, right? So these will be the three files that I'm going to use. The next thing is so one more thing: if you are not using VS Code, if you are using any other editor, every editor will work fine. Till now that editor is that editor should support HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's it, right? Okay, so let's move on. Let's start writing HTML, right? Okay, so first I'll write the boilerplate of plate of HTML5, right? If you don't know the meaning of every line, let me teach you what every line does, right? So basically, the first line which tells the browser that this document uses HTML5. Simple. And the second line, basically, it declares English as the page language for accessibility tools, right? And the next line, meta chars at UTF-8, it ensures text and symbols render correctly, right? And the next line, what it does is basically it allows your project to be responsive on mobile devices too, right? This is a simple title, right? The same title is that product card is reflecting here. Let me just change it to product card, right? And then we have body tag and everything, right? You must be aware of all this. Okay, so let's start writing the code, and let's start building that thing. So we'll first need a main class, right? When you will need a main class, this container will be inside the main class, right? So let me write main, sorry, not class, it's a tag, and the class name would be page wrapper, right? Page wrapper, right? The class name would be page wrapper. So basically, what it will do is this main is a semantic tag, and then the class page wrapper, it will be used to center the product, right? We'll write some CSS and it will center your product, right? Then I'll use a div tag. This will be for that product card, right? The product card, the whole product card will be inside this div tag. So inside this div tag, we will mention these things, these image, this name, this price, and then this description, and then this add to cart button, right? So first what we need to mention, we need to mention that image, right? So that image I took from unsplash. You can take image from anywhere. So I have the link of that unsplash id, so let me just copy and paste this link, right? Okay, this is the unsplash image. Okay, and also I'll name some alternative. Let's say if that image doesn't render, I'll give it some alternate to that image. That alternate will come if that image will not be rendered, right? Okay, so the alternate will be the same. The name is coming wireless headphones. Okay, and then we will give some class name to target this image in CSS, right? So the class will be product dash image, right? So we have successfully added the image in our div, right? The next thing that we will mention is that product title, right? Sorry, product, yeah, product title, right? So what we will do is we will use another div, and the class name will be product content, right? So this image is different, and this everything name, this one is coming in another div, right? So let's give it product content, product dash content, right? Inside that div, what first we need to mention this name, wireless headphone, right? So give the name as h2 tag, h2, and the class would be title, or let's say product title, product title. These are very simple things, right? And the title would be wireless headphones, wireless headphones, right? We are done with the title. The next thing that we will mention is the price, right? Is the price. So we will use p tag for the price. So p tag, and the class would be product price, right? Okay, you can give any class name that is not mandate, right? Product price is not mandate to give it here, right? Product price, and the product price is some around rupees 2,900, right? So I already have the sign of rupees, so I'm just taking that, right? See, rupees 2,999, right? So I have successfully added p tag 2 as a product price. Then the next thing that I'll have is this description, right? This description. So I'll use another pre tag. And I'll write the product description. Okay. So we'll have product, product, and description, right? We'll have a product description. What is the description of the product? Let me write it here. Let me just copy and paste it, right? We will have this project description, sorry, product description. Then what we have this button, so we'll build that button too. uh, okay, so we'll have button, and Let's give it a class name too. So let's give it add to cart, right? All the time I miss this, so just bear with me. Okay, so we have a class name, then we will give it area label, right? And area label, why we are giving this area label, you will get to know, because we will change this area label later on, right? So just bear with me, area label, and this would be add to sorry, add to cart or add product to cart, anything you can write, add product to cart. Okay, then we will give a button name. What is the name of the button? Add to cart. So just write it, add cart, right? So yeah, we have successfully written our HTML part, right? Let me first run this and check how is it looking right now. Copy path. So yeah, this is very weird right now, but whatever things are here is also coming here as a text or image or something like button, everything, right? Now what we need to do, first we need to beautify this using CSS, right? So what we'll do is we'll use CSS. So first let me add CSS. So link, well, style sheet href is equal to, and then the file name styles dot css, right? And yeah, we have added the CSS successfully. Okay, I missed this. Yeah, we have added the CSS successfully. Let's move on to the CSS part, and let's write CSS one by one, right? So first what we'll do, we'll use this hash trick. What this hash trick does, this target every element of your page, right? And what we'll do is box sizing as border box, right? Border box. Basically what this box sizing border box does, it ensures padding and border don't break layout, right? It ensures that padding and borders don't break layout calculations, right? Simple. Okay, you must have known this route. This route target every elements of the page, right? Simple, very simple. Now we'll target some body and we will remove the default things that browser uses, right? And we will explicitly mention some of our own things, right? So for that, what we need to do, we will first mention font family. Yeah, font family, and the font family will be Arial, and this would be sans and serif, right? This is simple font family we are using. And then we will you give the background color. So right now the background color would be white, but as you can see, the background color of this product card is not white. This is some yellowish, sorry, some bluish or something, right? So we will, I have that hex code. We will use some we'll use same hex code, right? So 5 f5 f7 and f, so we'll use this hex code, right? And then after background color we have some margin or padding, right? So what we want is browser don't use any margin or padding, or you can say browser don't use default margin and padding as browser contains. So that's why we are mentioning it 0, right? So we have successfully tells the browser that don't use any margin on padding, right? Right now it is 0, and we will use our own font family, and the color of background would be this some kind of bluish color, right? Then one by one we'll target things and we'll make sure that things will look proper, right? First we'll target this page wrapper. First we'll target this, and we'll make sure that it will start looking good, right? So page wrapper, I'll make sure the min height would be around 100 vh. So this would be a viewport height. After this that that product card will start looking good. But of course, we are not fixing image here, so there will be some issues, but we'll fix everything, right? So min height would be 100 vh, right? And display would be flex, right? Display would be flex. And now we'll use the property of display, that is justify content, and it should be center. Now that card will come into the center, right? But still the image inside the card will not be proper, right? So we'll fix this. Align items would also be centered, right? Now let's see how it is looking right now. See, now things are in the center, things are in the center, but it will start looking good as soon as we'll write the rest of the css code. Don't worry. It is not visible because we haven't targeted the product card yet. So let's target the product card. Let's target the product card, right? Let's target it. And what we need in product card, width should be something around 300 pixel. Let's 300 pixel. And the background would be white. Yeah, because the background color of this card is white, so we'll take white. uh, F, right? 6F, or you can simply write white. That's not an issue. Border radius would be this radius. Let's say 10 pixel, right? Let's say 10 pixel. Then overflow. Overflow should be hidden. We don't want any overflow, right? And then box shadow 0, 10 pixel, 25 pixel, and then we will have a color. And RGBA will give the color as RGBA, 0, R0, B0, so G0, B0, and A would be 0.5, right? So we have given the box shadow. Then we will have a transition would be transform transform 0.3 second, and ease, right? Right, this is how we have fixed width for consistency. We have given the rounded corners. Then we have given overflow hidden. Basically it clips image on hover, right? And then transition for enabling smooth animation, right? Let's see how it is looking. Okay, so nothing is happening. Did we miss anything? Why is it not changing? Link rel style dot css, page wrapper. Yeah, we have given everything, but I guess nothing is happening. That means we are doing something wrong, or we haven't successfully added the css file. Okay, so I guess there must be some issue. Let me check each line one by one. Body, right? Let me see whether I'm targeting the right thing or not. Page wrapper. Shit. So the first mistake is I'm using triple P here. I should use double P. First mistake, right? Okay. Rest of the things is fine here. Now comes to the product card page. Product card. There is no product card. Great. Okay, so there is product content, right? So let me just change it to product content. Is it okay? Okay. This should be product card, right? I didn't give any class name to this, so let's give some product name, because if I change that product content, so that product content is defining this wireless headphones, right? So ideally I need to target that card. So let me give this a class name. So let's give the same class name that we are using, product card, right? I guess so. Now everything should work fine. Let me just refresh this page. See, everything is coming in the middle as a card, but why is this broken? Because of that images, this part is broken, right? And now we'll fix that image thing, and this will start working fine. But before fixing that image, let me use the hover part first, or let me just target the hover part first. So it will just take a second. Product dot card hover, we want that hover effect, right? What kind of hover effect I'm talking about? So as soon as you will come see, the whole product cart is hovering, right? So this is what we want, right? So we want some animation, so we'll use transform, and then translate, sorry, transform, not transition, transform, and then translate, and translation should be in y, right? And it would be -6. You can hit and try translate according to your demand, right? So hover effect is completed. Now I'll target that image part to make that beautiful, right? So let me just copy paste the class name, otherwise I will definitely do some mistakes. So copy paste this. Now I'll write some css, and that image will start looking good, right? So ideally what we want, that image should take 100% width, right? So 100% width. The next thing what we want is the height. We should control the height of the image, otherwise image will break the whole product card. So it would be 200 pixel, right? And yeah, it should be 200 pixel. Then I'll make the object fit would be cover. So what it does, it basically covers the whole product card, right? It basically covers the whole product card and keeps the image in proportions, right? Okay, so the next thing is transition. So as soon as you are coming in this image, you can see there is something transitioning, right? So I'll add some transition here. Transition and transition with b transform 0.3 is the same we are using. And let me just copy paste this, right? Now see, okay, sorry, this is not our image, this is our image. Let me just refresh. See, it is looking fine, it is looking fine, not that bad. Let me write some more css. Let's write some css for hovering too, right? So product first, I'll use product card hover. Then inside that product card hovering, we'll use image. Product card hovering, we'll use product image. And then I'll use transform, and the scale of transform would be 1.05. So there are so many things happening. So you have seen that I have used product card hover. Product card hover, what it is doing is, so as soon as you are coming here, this is product card hovering, right? See, this is product card hovering. But what will happen here is, when I'll come here, so this is a whole product card hovering. Sorry, let me see. This is a whole product card hovering, right? And so this is whole product card hovering. Next is product image. Product image is fine. So what is happening in product image? As soon as I'll come, so product card is hovering. Plus there is some changes in image too, right? There is some changes in image too. That is coming. That is coming from this option, right? Scale is changing, right? Scale is changing, right? Okay, so this is right now our product card is looking, right? We'll fix rest of the thing. We'll fix next thing, that is I guess, what is it, we'll just fix this option. Product, I guess it is content, right? Yeah, this is product content, right? Let me just target this, and yeah. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just add some padding. That's it. Because what I want is the padding between this wireless and this price and this experience and this button. It should be same, because that will show the similarity, right? Okay. What I'll do is I'll add some, let's say 15 pixel, or no, let's make it 18 pixel padding, right? Let me just refresh it. Okay, so now the padding is same. The padding is same, right? And it also added some spacing inside the card, right? Now what I'll do is I'll target each things, this one, and this one. Till now it is also looking good, right? It is also looking good, but I'll make it more beautiful, right? You can make it a way beautiful than I am going to make it, right? uh, as beautiful as CSS as you will write, it will start looking more beautiful than most beautiful, right? Okay, so I'll first target product title, right? Product title. And the product title I want to increase the font size and some margins, right? Font size would be around, let's say again 18 pixels. Let's take it. And then some margin. What margin? We'll use 0, then for 0 again, then let's say some 8 pixels, right? Let's see, it started looking good, right? Start looking same as here. Okay, then I'll target that product price dot product dash price. Okay, right? Then font size would be around 16 pixel, just a bit smaller than the title, right? So that both looks different, right? Then font weight would be, let's say, bold, because it's a price, it should be visible, right? Then we'll use color. I'm using what shade? A shade of green, right? So okay, let's give it green. Uh, let's give it green, right? Or you can give it green yellow. Okay, let's give it green for now. Then we'll use some margin, and let's use the same margin, right? Okay, fine. See, how's it looking? Yeah, it is looking fine, right? The next thing that we'll target is product description, right? So how can we do that? Dot product description description, right? Product description, and we'll give the same things that we have given earlier as well. Font size, right? Font size would be lesser than the earlier two, right? Font size would be 14 pixel. And then what we'll have is we'll have color would be around what color we are using. Okay, so I know the hex code of this is 555, right? Then we'll give some margin from bottom, so that there would be some margin between this button and this description text, right? This margin, I'm talking about this margin, the space between this button and this description, right? So let's give it some margin bottom, and let's give it 15 pixel, let's say 15 pixel, right? Then the last thing, the line height, let's give it a line height of 1.4 only, right? Okay, so line height, basically what the line height does, it basically put this description in two lines. So if I'll increase some line height, it will come up with the one line, half line type things, right? So it is necessary to give the line height if you're putting something as a description. Okay, so let me just refresh it. See, it is, let me just give some more line height, right? Okay, it is looking fine, right? Okay, and now what will happen is, and everything is working fine, right? Everything is working fine. I just need to fix this card button, right? I just need to fix this card button. So let me just target this button. What is the class? Add to cart. Add to cart. Come on. Yes. Add to cart, and then let me just write some basic CSS. Width should be 100%. Width should be 100%. Then padding would be 10 pixel. These are very basic things I'm writing. I hope everyone knows. Background color, I have the hex code of this blue color, I guess, of this blue color. Or let's write blue. Yeah, no worries, let's write blue. Right, then we'll have a color of text should be white. And then I will have border should be none. We don't want to use the by default browser of the extension, so that's why we are putting it as none explicitly. Then we will have a border radius. We want some border radius of some 5 to 6 pixel, so border radius 5 pixel. Then what we want is we want some font size of that text, so font size of, let's say, 15 pixel again. And then we want that whenever we go on this button, it will be converted into pointer, right? So we want cursor as pointer, cursor would be pointer, right? And the last thing is transition effect, right? Transition effect that would be background color background color color 0.3, and then is, right? So this will be our transition, right? So we have successfully designed the add to cart button as well. Let's see how's it looking. Okay, so it is looking fine, right? It is looking fine. See, so it is almost looking the same, right? Okay, this blue color is looking very flashy, so let me just change it to something I have used. I have that hex code, so that hex code would be around let's say hashtag 4C8FFB. Right. Now it will look good. See, right? It is looking exactly same. Yeah. Now I guess we are done with the CSS part. Now we'll focus on the JS part, and as soon as I'm clicking this, it is converting into added and then take option, and then going away, right? So I'll make the same using JavaScript. There will be very small part of JavaScript, so you don't need to worry if you don't know JavaScript too much. I'll add some basic things of JavaScript, right? Okay, so let's move on to the JavaScript part, but I guess I have missed one thing. Yeah. So as soon as I'm coming on this, see, the button is also hovering and color of the button is changing. Right? The button is hovering and the color of the button, or you can say the focus of the button, is changing. Right? But it is not happening in hours. Right? It is not happening in hours. So just make it your task that target the button and change the focus. Or okay, let's not make your task. Let me do it. Add to cart, then hover or add to cart then focus, right? Add to cart then focus. We'll use this. Whatever happens, if hover or focus, anything happens, then background color will be changes to let's say some green. Let's go with green, and outline would be none. Outline would be none. You don't want default outline of the browser, right? That's why now it will work, I guess. See, right, right. Okay, and one more thing is left, I guess. We didn't make it responsive yet, so we'll make it responsive too. Before moving on to the JavaScript, let me quickly make it responsive. Media, and then max width, so that it will look good on the phone too, right? Phone too, so 400 pixel. And then I'll target that product card, because that product card is all we have, right? So this is what we have. And then width would be 90%. See, if our website have, or our project will have too many things, then in the media part we need to fix so many things, right? Because we have only this product card, so we just fix the width and it will look good. Let me just also refresh it and show you to inspect. And then yeah, it is looking good in jet phone, sorry, Pixel 7 and iPhone, everyone. Yeah, everywhere it will look good, right? Okay, so it's perfectly fine. Right now we can move on to the JS part, right? So let me just, so we have already a file of JS. Let me just add it here. Okay, script src is equal to script.js. Okay. I do this mistake all the time. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the JS part. And first what we need to do, so what is happening only because of JS? Till now, both our product card is same. What is happening because of JS? We are clicking in this button, and this is changing to another button, and then coming to the same button. Only this part is happening because of JavaScript, right? So out of all this, what we need to target, we need to target this add to cart button in JavaScript, right? So first what we will do, we will access this add to cart. So just access this add to cart button. So add to cart button, right? To cart button. And how can we access document.get either by query selector or get element by id or class, anything. So we'll use query selector here, and we will select it as, so it is a class, right? We'll use dot add to cart. We have our button in JavaScript, right? Now when this should be converted to this as soon as I'll click this button, right? So what is happening, I'm clicking this button, then something is changing. So now the next part is come, I should click this button in JavaScript too, right? So I'll add event listener of clicking, add event listeners, then I will click. What should happen when this click will happen, right? So whatever is happening, I'll write inside the function. Simple function, function, right? And then we will have this, right? Now we need to just write some logic inside that and everything will work fine, right? So inside that, what should happen, as soon as I'll click on that add to cart button, that button should be converted to added and that tick, right? So add to cart, right? Add to cart dot the text of that button should be changed. So I'll take text content and I will change into added, right? I will change into added. So added, right? I'm not adding that tick till now because I have that tick already. But if you want, you can take that tick from Google anywhere, right? You will get that. That's not an issue. But I'm just writing added till now, right? And the next thing, what will happen? Add cart button should be disabled. Add cart button should be disabled. See, once you will click this, you will not be able to click. I'm not able to click this, right? I'm not able to click this, right? So the button should be disabled once you click it. So add to cart button should be disabled. So disabled should be true, right? Disabled should be true. We have written this. Now also what is the next thing happening? So I'm clicking this, disabling, and then it is coming to the same, right? It is coming to whatever it is earlier, right? Now the next part is coming, that is set timeout. After how much time this button should be coming to its original state, right? So I'll write the same logic inside set timeout, right? So this is the syntax of subset timeout, right? So I'll write the logic here. So set timeout will what it will do, it will convert the same button into its original state, right? How it will do? So I'll take the same thing here, right? I'll just copy paste and I'll write the same, add to cart. I guess it is same as this one, add to cart, right? C would be big, right? And this disabled would be false. So when the button will be into its original position, that should be clickable, right? So let's make it false, right? And after how much time this should come? After how much time this should come? Let's say after 1.5 seconds. So if you will write 1000, that means 1 second, because it takes milliseconds only, right? So and if you will write 2000, that means it will be reflected after 2 seconds, right? See, uh, this is what we need to build. Let me just check. Okay, so as soon as I'll click on this button, after 2 seconds, it will come into same, right? Into its original state. One, two, right? It is coming, right? It is coming into its original state. This is exactly already seen in this one, and we build the same thing also, right? So I guess, yeah, this is it. We have seen so many things here. We have seen a bit of JavaScript, how this product card can interact. We have seen some properties of CSS. We have seen how hierarchy works here, right? How images and the rest of the things are coping with each other, right? So yeah, this is it for this video. I hope you have learned so many things here, right? Thank you so much.